is being struck yellow boots from behavior health, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. As we grow up, there comes a phase where friends become more important to us than our family and become a long-term part of our lives. Gradually, when we move with friendship, start seeing the differences we have with our friends. We set dynamics to our friendship and we see them as somebody who holds a valuable place in our life, which also makes friends have a huge impact on our lives. Thus, it also becomes important that we have boundaries between friends to maintain a healthy bond without hurting each other to a point that it becomes an irreversible damage to each other. When it comes to friendship, boundaries are like the line that gives your friend and you a clear idea of what is okay and what is not okay with friends. A lot of time, we all come across situations where a friend is too needy, where one friend visits another friend's business and offers too many suggestions on how to run the business or takes the product or services provided in a way that feels inappropriate to the other friend. Someone who wants to be too much a part of the family we have, or someone who is only there when they are constantly coaxed into it, someone who constantly violates your individuality, your wants, your needs, your feelings. Sometimes there are friends who ignore other priorities in another friend's life. There are friends who cannot take a no for answer. Another time there are friends who cannot say a no as an answer. There would be things that you do to your friends which are not okay for the other friend. Other times when you have your own thing to deal with or your friend has their own thing to deal with and cannot give you the required attention, time or help. Such things do gradually become an issue if they keep repeating. Also, a lot of time, intellectual differences like your political views, your ideas of morality may not sync with each other and you try to constantly convince your friends about your choices and opinion or they try to do that to you. Also, boundaries of physical or personal space, be it between the same gender or different gender, may be different. Eating habits that are different and trying to convince each other over their own preferences.
Or currently, as I see, the use of abusive language that seems very common and normal between friends might not be okay with some friends. So, how do you address such things with your friends? The first and foremost thing to understand is as friends, giving each other the required space to be your own individual self is important. And if you are constantly living in a fear that your friend will leave if you address something that bothers you, is already an answer to whether they are a friend or not. Friendship is by far the most common form of social bonding that we create for our support as human. Hence, losing a friend also means losing a support system. However, if the support they bring is less than the damage they are causing, it is something that must be paid attention to. Also, setting boundary is telling your friends that I want you in my life and you are important to me, you are valuable to me. And so, for me to carry on this relationship for a long term, these are the things I'm okay with and these are what I'm not okay with. And friends can come to a common conclusion of what is going to be their boundary for each other. You don't have to have the same boundaries. Like if one person is okay with giving physical affection like hugs or kisses, while another person is not okay with giving hugs and kisses, the person who is okay may still have to abide by the boundary of another human who is not okay with it, while they are okay to receive but not give. A simple way to understand is one person who is okay to give you calls, while another friend who is not a caller but they are okay to receive the calls. So, having an expectation the person who doesn't call will keep calling you might lead to hurt. However, being always able to call that friend and receive an answer, even if they are busy, that they will revert to you later on, is a healthy way of communicating and setting a boundary. There is no hard and fast rule of what boundaries should be there and should not be there. It's based on the people in the relationship and their comfort around each other. And defining that clearly to each other so that resentment doesn't build up is how you set boundaries. If you're having difficulty, you can always reach out to a psychologist on how to go about building boundaries with your friends. If there are things that are bothering and you don't know how to address them, it's always all right to reach out to somebody who can help you with it. Looking at other people and trying to figure out how to do is not going to help you because you are a different individual and have a different set of relationships. Reach out to me if you have queries. Hope this helps. Have a great time ahead.